Marjorie Taylor Greene, one of the worst congresswomen here in America. After the death of George Floyd, she has picked and choose the wrong people to blame here for the um all of the protests and that stuff, the violence that happened here last summer, and also the insurrection that happened on January 6th. But there are a lot of people that also like to believe that the insurrection wasn't real, especially Republicans. So yeah, she attacked Antifa, Black Lives Matter, and yeah, she's absolutely one of the worst congresswomen ever, I should say. And the problem with politicians is that they like to pick and choose who to blame or what to blame. For example, Donald J. Trump, he put the blame on video games for the violence that happens here in America. And I talked about this on my channel before. And I've said that there is absolutely no connection between video games and reality. And that's the one thing that these politicians just don't even want to even recognize. There is a person who said that the insurrection never happened on January 7th. Yeah, the guy has his date wrong, and also he also wants to not recognize that there has been an insurrection that happened on January 6th. And I'll put out there that some of these Republicans are very stupid. And a lot of Republicans just don't even like to use their heads right. A lot of people, well, not just Republican, but there can also be people that love believing the big lies. And the big lie is that the election was stolen from Donald J. Trump. That is indeed a lie. It's not true. It's fair. It's a fair loss to him, and he needs to accept it. But because of the actions that he took to actually try to incite an insurrection on January 5th, this was a day before the insurrection happened, that January 5th, he incited his supporters to go and raid the Capitol at Washington, D.C., on Capitol Hill, and seek to overturn the elections. He's so desperate to be reelected on 2021 of January 20th because he was so hungry for that he was so hungry and thirsty for that power that would keep him out of prison. Because he's had like multiple crimes against him. He never paid for his campaigns that he held. Um, there's another one. There's another one that I can name, but I'm not even. Yeah. Um, it's not appropriate for me to announce, but I'm just gonna. Um, yeah, it's a similar thing that is happening with Andrew Cuomo. Not just the nursing home death, but then there's also another problem that he's facing. And Donald Trump is done the same thing that Andrew Cuomo is being accused for by 7 women. So yeah, I'll keep the story like that in the at the appropriate level. So yeah, Donald Trump is in a deep. He's in deep trouble. So yeah. Anyway, Marjorie Taylor Greene has, after all the violence that happened here in America, after the death of George Floyd, she gone and attacked the wrong groups. And like I said, politicians like to put the blame on other people for, you know, this happened because of you, and now you need to be punished because of you need to be punished for this particular reason, and and I'm just gonna call it case closed because we all know who's to be put to blame here. You realize how stupid you actually sound just by saying that stuff? You call yourself someone who fights for justice. I actually call that somebody trying to make an excuse to actually blame something on something that happened on another person. And by the way, last I checked, Marjorie Taylor Greene is she's a very um well known for actually putting the blame on for putting the blame on other people. So yeah, I would call that being a terrible congresswoman right there. You think you think you're you think Marjorie, you think that you're somebody who can just solve all the people's problems here in America by shifting the blame onto somebody else because you think you're um the most um actually, to put it a better way, who do you think you are? I'll put it like that. Who do you absolutely think you are? You think you're somebody that's just gonna go out there and, think you're like some kind of, congresswoman preacher that, has the right to just go and, like, judge, judge America's problems on somebody else and that stuff. Because, I mean, if you're a person that's gonna go out there and, absolutely judge people for, stupid reasons like that, yeah, I gotta say, that makes you a pretty terrible person. If you like to go out there and try to, judge people and shift the blame on somebody for others, for problems here that happen in America, and you shift the blame on the wrong people and that stuff. I don't see how you could absolutely, like, live with yourself. I mean, judging another person for the absolute wrong reasons is terribly wrong. And there's going to be consequences. And people are not going to like you too well. A lot of people don't like the Republicans because just as being judgmental, you live your life, lying every day. Yeah, you're pretty much not going to be able to live yourself too well. And you can feel guilty for when you do the wrong thing. When it comes to judging the wrong people or, simply telling lies and stuff, you can absolutely feel guilt when you don't even want to. So, yeah. So, Marjorie, I got a bit of information for you. I would carefully, watch that, big mouth of yours because of, yeah, when you have, when you're gonna go and you're gonna place judgment on the wrong people and, you know, make up lies about the, January 6th insurrection and, all that stuff. Um, the wise, the best thing that you could do right now is pretty much keep your mouth shut. Because nobody wants to listen to, people that are, want to be, like, complete idiots. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, that's this for the video. Please comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, Charles Morris. And I will be seeing you in my next video. Have a good day.